do us a favor and recap the season for us.
Well, I think coming into the season, definitely there were some high expectations from ourselves and I think from the outside on our program, and deservedly so. I think we've shown that we've had a steady rise and kind of climbed out of the cellar of the NSIC. And I think things that we look at and learn from over the year is, hey, that initial climb we made, but as you get higher and higher, the journey gets tougher and tougher. There becomes more pressure that comes with expectations, pressure that comes with success and repeating that. And so I think that was a big eye-opener for our players, and I think that's something that we adapted to, and certainly we're going to need to continue to grow into as our program continues to move forward. And so not the season that we probably wanted, but at the end of the day, there's some great learning experiences that will ultimately keep this program as a whole climbing and moving forward.
What are some highlights from the year? I know the record isn't quite what you anticipated it being from the preseason expectations, but what are some of those moments that stick out in your mind throughout this season?
Well, I think just there was a lot of good football played as far as you can see the highs. You know, obviously there are some lows, but the high football, there's the level of play that we're playing when we are on point is as good as it's been around here in you know, at least the last 10, 15 years. And so I think that's encouraging. Certainly there was a lot of excitement by NFL teams coming through, watching Damon at practice, watching him at games. We had darn near every team come through, multiple teams come through multiple times. And so I think, you know, as we go into the off season, the chance of him getting his name called on draft day and seeing, you know, MSUM up on that screen nationally, I think is exciting. Hopefully it works out for him, just following through his pro day and through whatever journey that might take him on. I think as far as football program, that's exciting to see.
We're losing a group of seniors, so there's some holes personnel-wise. Talk about some of the biggest areas that you look to improve on in this off-season with recruiting.
Yeah, I think in general we need to just expand the depth on our football team. You look at as our program has grown, we've grown offensively, we've grown defensively. You know, to take the next step, you've got to be able to have enough depth. And so that's not just, you know, on offense and defense, it's special teams. And I think you could see some young players playing on special teams gave us more depth than we've had in the past, but yet they're young players playing. And so I think we need to continue that cycle. We've built a solid foundation in our program. Now it's to build that. I think specifically the back end defensively, corners, safeties, those are guys that we're going to need to focus on in recruiting. We need to kind of grow the athleticism within our program. We've got some guys coming up in the next coming senior class. They're going to be upperclassmen that we're going to have to make sure we have the next guys waiting in the wings and ready to take over and move the program forward again.
And one big personnel question is we've had Hodge and Carr at the helm at the quarterback position for a long time. Now Carr is graduating. Is it Tsunami who's going to be taking that spot for sure, or what do we know about the quarterback position next year?
Well, I think quarterback's always a place that everybody looks at, and rightfully so. Certainly the guy pulling the trigger on your offense has to be really competent. They have to be a good football player in order to make our offense go. And if you look at what we've done over the course of the last 5 years, we've been pretty explosive offensively. And so definitely all eyes will be on that. I think Jacob came in and did a great job as a true freshman. Certainly we expect him to grow a lot in the offseason. He got good game reps, certainly produced. And then you have Bryce Meal coming back off ACL injury, and so he's rehabbed that faster than anyone that our trainers ever seen. And so I think looking at spring, summer, and fall, that'll certainly be all eyes on that. But if you look at how it goes, we're gonna need both guys. That's part of football. There's gonna be a game, someone's gonna have to step in, whether it's injury or whatever. And so traditionally we've done a good job getting those quarterbacks ready and playing good football. And so hopefully we get both of them ready, and we'll see the best one will take it. And hopefully we got some up and coming young guys and new recruits that are ready to take over when their number's called as well too.
And finally, I know we talk a lot about the personnel, the wins and losses, but the intangible behind the scenes that doesn't get talked about a lot is the culture. You've now been here for this is your 7th season. Tell us a little bit about how the program culturally has developed in that time from the beginning to now.
Well, I think in general we've started to lay, our fingerprint and our stamp on not just the type of player on the field that we're looking for, but the type of person that we want in our program, in our weight room, in our building, on our campus, in our community. And so we've really, I think, done a really great job of finding players that come here that really care truly about doing what's right on and off the field. They're find a way, gritty type guys. They really want to just keep getting better, and they're great teammates. And those are a point of emphasis, I think, as we go through this offseason. We'll continue to develop that. But we'll challenge our guys in the offseason. It's hard work to be a college football player. It's hard work to be part of this program because you do have to hold yourself to a high standard on and off the field. And you know what? We're going to push you in the weight room. And so we're going to challenge you to the point where you might want to quit, but you know what? You're going to stick it out, and you're going to grow closer as a team. And I think that's something that is a point of emphasis for us. How do we grow as a team? How do we create adversity that we can overcome through training that grows us closer to a team, eliminates egos, and allows us to be truly a united front with one heartbeat moving forward going into next fall?